Ja, hallo und herzlich willkommen zu NBA 2K13. Ja, und zwar werde ich eine komplette Saison spielen, das heißt 82 Spiele. Kann ich natürlich nicht alle auf einmal hochladen. Das heißt, ich spiele jeden Tag, sage ich einfach mal jetzt, sei denn ich habe keine Zeit, ähm, NBA. Und dann werde ich sie peu à peu hochladen. Ja, wir fangen dann einfach mal an. Ich weiß jetzt nicht mit welchem. Kann ich mir das jetzt hier aussuchen? Heute. Ah, warte, Moment. Ah, okay, okay. Hier unten sind jetzt hier die angegeben, die Spiele. Zum Beispiel jetzt hier die Bulls gegen die, ja. Das heißt, ich spiele jetzt einfach mal. Ja. Spielen. So, also ich habe mir überlegt, dass ich nur rede, wenn ich nicht spiele, weil ich kann beides gleichzeitig nicht. Das wird ein bisschen schwer. Deswegen sage ich jetzt erstmal ciao, bis gleich.
Thanks for tuning into the NBA here on 2K Sports. The NBA season just getting rolling. It's going to be the Dallas Mavericks up against Kobe Bryant and the LA Lakers. On tap next.
Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me in the booth, as always, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And tipping off the NBA season, State Farm presents our starting lineups. First for the Mavericks, Allison and Carter in the backcourt. And holding down the middle out of Central Michigan University, the skilled and ambidextrous 7-footer, Chris Kaman. Then there's Marion, and it's Nowitzki in at the 4. And for the Lakers, and in the backcourt, it's Nash and Kobe. And it's center, the most dominant physical presence in the NBA, the elite defensive big man, Dwight Howard. Then there's Antoine Jamison, and it's Gasol, and at the 4 slot.
You know, the Lakers weren't quite as dominant as they were in 2010-11, but it wasn't because of how they played against the West. They really did a nice job against their conference rivals.
42-16 was their end mark of the season against the West. The Lakers certainly showed they can play with every team that was a contender out there, and they were tough, but it just at the end, it just did not come together.
Well, nonetheless, winning 2 out of every 3 games you play in conference action is a good recipe for finishing near the top of the standings. The Lakers would have loved to have been that #1 seed, but they didn't get it. It wasn't because of how they played in the West, though.
It was, I think, that they were 3rd seed in the Western Conference, as it turned out. Nowitzki sets a screen for Collison. Passes it to Nowitzki. Working on Gasol. Carter outside. Clock at 6. Shoots over Kobe. Vince Carter the bucket on the assist by Nowitzki. 1:19 left in the first quarter.
Well, you remember last year, Dirk Nowitzki had some trouble early in the year with soreness and stiffness in his knees, probably the result of playing for Germany over the summer, and then also the shortened training camp and the condensed schedule. But it's great to see Dirk back with his form and playing as that elite player we're used to seeing.
Right side, Jamison. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
I'll tell you what, wandering aimlessly out of bounds like that might earn him a ticket to the bench.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Going back to Dirk, so remarkably humble after making the All-Star team despite his knee trouble. He said he didn't agree with the decision. Some of the younger guys probably deserved it more than he did. I thought that honesty was very refreshing.
Yeah, as players, you typically know when you've earned any accolade or recognition. This was after he'd gotten back to form, a defending NBA champion. So it's admirable, but I wouldn't read too much into that because, again, players know when they've earned whatever accolades or recognition they get.
And here are the Mavericks now, following the bucket by the Lakers. Kaman, discarded by Howard, kept alive. Marion dishes to Collison. The second chance effort. And the running layup is good. Collison's got his first basket.
You know, Kevin, they were a step late on their defensive rotation, and that helped him get right to the rim.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
That free throw good from Collison. Hill with it. Blake kicks to world peace. He feeds it to Blake. Over Collison and blocked. From deep three-point. Oh, he knocks it in, a beautiful buzzer beater.
Just in time.
Well, he just throws up a prayer and it gets answered.
And those kind of shots are such a big lift for any team going into a break.
And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Mavericks ahead, up by 2. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Tune in for a scary night of basketball. Halloween in the NBA. Dwight Howard and the Los Angeles Lakers take on LaMarcus Aldridge and the Portland Trailblazers. Wednesday night basketball. Don't miss it.
And welcome back, 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. What a season in store for us. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
And that first quarter was all about pace, guys, because this club really got out into transition, and that's how they built this lead.
They like to play fast, and they're doing a nice job filling the lane. Seeing the Mavs in the playoffs is something that is almost a given at this point. I mean, they've made it each season since 2001.
And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, guys, I think it's accurate to call the Dwight Howard situation a saga, and it has, at least for the moment, calmed down. A trade to the Los Angeles Lakers has now thrust them squarely into the championship picture. First, the acquisition of star point guard Steve Nash, and now the best center in the league. The tough Western Conference just got tougher. Kevin?
The story of the offseason, no question. Thank you, Doris. That's good from Marion. Going back to Dallas, you do take for granted that somehow, some way, they'll find their way into the postseason, Steve. But the results, obviously, were they just got in, but they couldn't do anything once they got there.
Well, I give Mark Cuban a ton of credit for what Clark talked about, just the longevity of their success. And a lot of that has to do with Dirk Nowitzki as well. But Cuban had a vision. He's put together an amazing franchise, and Dirk has been the superstar to build around. What a run it's been for Dallas.
Nash kicks to Howard. The 8-footer. Good. The Mavericks leading. 1:19 left in the first half of basketball. It's O.J. Mayo on the wing. The shot's good. Cutlison making the play.
Well, he can shoot the three. We know that. But I'm not sure the D does. I mean, they weren't anywhere near him on that possession.
Nash gets to Jamison. Now the pass to Gasol. Jamison. Lakers passing it around. Shoots from the elbow. And Nowitzki with the block. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Mayo's running. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line. I don't think Dirk Nowitzki gets enough credit for how nimble he is offensively. 7-footer, not a very explosive athlete. Never throws it down on guys, but he finds ways to get away from defenders, whether it's with a sneaky, clever move or just that size and shooting ability.
That's a good way to size him up. A platoon swap here for the Lakers. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Chris Kamen's checked in for Nowitzki. Brand comes in for Sean Marion. Dante Jones, he's checked in for Vince Carter. And it's Bobo in for O.J. Mayo. You mentioned Nowitzki's agility and footwork, Clark. That 1-foot fadeaway, fall away is a move he mastered. And you know, you see it catching on with other players like, you know, Steve, in the playoffs, we saw Kevin Durant did a lot for Oklahoma City last year.
Well, what's the expression, Kevin? Imitation is the most sincere form of flattery. Well, that's the case. I mean, Durant, Kobe, those guys took the cue from Dirk and incorporated that shot into their games. So Dirk has been really groundbreaking as a 7-foot shooter.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Yeah, very average shooting team in terms of the free throw line, about 76% a year ago.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Hill. Kobe comes in for Meeks. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Darius Morris. And then for Dallas, Sean Marion, he's checked in for Brand. Mayo comes in for Roddy Bobois. And Delonte West is subbed in for Darren Collison. Poke loose. Mavericks leading by 5. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Marion passes to Mayo. Dallas again missing. On the wing, Kobe. And that is good. Kobe's got 6.
He's as close to impossible to defend as anybody, I think. I mean, he can just torch the defense in so many ways.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Pretty good performance from the free throw line last season. He was about 84% from the line.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And the first half ends in a close one. Mavericks lead by 2. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
Now, presented by Sprint. Welcome, I'm Damon Bruce. A great game going on out at Staples Center. Plenty of hustle from the Mavericks. They're languishing at 500 here in the early going. They're looking to push into that win column. And give them credit defensively. They're boxing out, controlling their defensive backboards. Not to be outdone, the Lakers also giving it their all. They're scoring effortlessly. The defense has been completely overmatched. Kobe certainly playing well so far. He's accounted for more than half their points so far. Not a lot of guys pull that off. Now let's take off with some other games in progress around the league. The Heat have the lead out in Miami against the Celtics, out in front by 6 points in the second quarter of play. A look now at some games yet to start. For the Wizards, they'll be up against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Some Eastern teams doing battle. The 7 p.m. Eastern tip time is set. And that'll wrap things up for me here in the studio. Second half is just around the corner. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Thanks for tuning back in as we get back to the action here in this NBA opener. Kobe Bryant really making a difference here.
Yeah, give him credit. He's been very selective with his shots, and it's paying off for him and his team.
You know, he's taking exactly what the defense has given him, and he's not forced anything. That's exactly how you should play the game, in my opinion.
And here's Collison.
And, of course, the Lakers shipped off Lamar Odom before last season started. And just got a late first-round pick from Dallas in return. Not exactly what you would expect in terms of a player of Lamar Odom's caliber. You'd think they could have done better with that deal.
He dishes it to Carter. Back to Collison. Dishes it to Carter. Nowitzki outside. Stolen by Jamison. The finish. Rips down the breakaway slam.
That was a hole punch jam there, Kevin.
A nice finish.
Yeah, you got to love the way he just capped off that strong boot.
The Lakers ended up being fine with how they played, but really, as you said, it seems like they missed out on getting more in return.
Yeah, the whole trade appeared to be sort of a panic move. I mean, they didn't play well early, but ultimately adjusted. And I think that trade definitely hurt them early last season.
Nash kicks to Gasol. He kicks to Jamison. Launches it. Dirk Nowitzki with the rebound.
Tough three-point try there with a hand in his face.
Boy, you'd be lucky to make that one against great defense.
Lakers trail by 4.
Time running down now at the end of the quarter. They could go 2 for 1 if they decide to.
And I think that's what they need to do if the shot's there.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Boy, it is absolutely remarkable how Steve Nash has been able to maintain his athleticism at his age. I mean, I think it's a testament to great dedication to conditioning and nutrition. He actually says that he's quicker now than he was as a rookie back in '96, and I don't find that hard to believe because he was heavier. He transformed his whole body from the time he came into the league until now.
He's had because of the back issue and other things. And Steve Nash, not the run and jump athlete Steve we so often think of in the NBA, but it's his balance and his agility, and when you were running the Phoenix Suns, you saw it firsthand.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't think there was a player in the league with better core strength than Steve Nash. Just the balance, the conditioning. He worked so hard constantly on his game and on his body. It's one of the reasons why he's been able to stand the test of time and be so good for such a long period of time.
Mayo dishing to West. To Mayo. Shoots over Kobe. Shot by Mayo is no good. The Lakers trail. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first game of the NBA's regular season.
Well, they took care of business last year, and they swept the season series from them, as they should have, because they're the better team.
World peace, the pass to Kobe. For the lead. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Mavericks ahead, leading by just 2. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next.
It's a Halloween broadcast of the NBA. Rudy Gay and the Memphis Grizzlies take on Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Clippers this Wednesday.
The Lakers shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Feeds it to Gasol. That's tipped. Morris gets to Barnes to take the lead. But they get it back. It's Gasol with the drive.
That's what he's all about. That's who he is, retrieving those misses and exploding right back to the bucket.
Prime example of it right there, no question. Good point, Clark.
Yeah, great rebounder and a great finisher, so that's a difficult combination to deal with for the defense.
It's stolen by Morris, and it's the Lakers on the break. And Kobe the bucket with the assist by Howard. And that's now 9 points for Kobe Bryant. The Mavericks trailing. And there's a whistle that goes on Darius Morris. That's his first foul. Antoine Jamison's checked in for the Lakers. Nash comes in for Darius Morris. The Mavericks also with the sub. Carter's checked in. Collison against Nash. Drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. Collison hits them both.
Boy, he looked cool on both.
Outside, Kobe. Kobe draws it up. Gasol, defended by Nowitzki. Offensive rebound. Out to Kobe. For 3, and that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. 12 points for Kobe Bryant.
This is a very steady performance offensively for him.
Carter dishes to Keenan, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, the defender drapes all over.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
That's the first, and that brings them within 2 here. Matt Barnes is checked in for Pau Gasol. Both free throws good from Keenan. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Kobe, guarded by Mayer. Kobe goes in.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
Kobe against Collison. Shot from the wing. It's good!
Came through there with a key basket.
Yeah, that was huge. Stepping up when it matters most.
Nash against Collison. Takes the 3. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. And the Lakers making a change here. Gasol's checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Sean Marion is checked in for O.J. Mayer. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game. And he commits the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
Boy, that's huge. Big foul shots to get them the 3-point lead.
Timeout called the Lakers. They trail by 3. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Well, down 3, you don't necessarily have to go for the 3. You could go for the quick bucket and then the foul.
I'm not sure. I mean, in this situation, I think they should look for the 3, Steve. I mean, try to tie this thing up. You got 3-point shooters. Let it fly.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin. Mike Brown was just going over the plan with his team. He said, no time to waste, fellas. We've got to pick it up right now if we're going to make a comeback and try to win this thing. Let's go all out. Back to you.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Kobe, that's for 2. Good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And now the crowd really getting into it.
Listen to that.
It is shaking in here, guys. Absolutely insane.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game. Timeout called the Lakers. Guys, your thoughts?
They need a quick 3 here. It's a tough shot. The odds are against them, but anything's possible.
history for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
You know, nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight ones.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Darren Collison.
Ja, da bin ich wieder. Mensch, gibt's doch gar nicht. Im letzten Moment mache ich zu Nash, passe ich zu Nash. Er trifft, aber zu spät. Ne, das gibt's nicht. Naja, okay. Dann sage ich einfach mal bis das nächste Mal. Bis demnächst. Abonnieren nicht vergessen, Facebook nicht vergessen. Jo, bis dahin, ciao.